Do you think this is fair? And do you think Bezos and Musk got ahead by working just 32 hours a week? Well, a group of government workers, employees, known as the Congressional Progressive Staff Association, sending a letter to leaders from both parties, quote, "We propose implementing a 32-hour work week for DC-based staff during district work periods and a 32-hour work week for district-based staff while in session." The New York Congressman, Democrat Richie Torres, reacted in part saying, "Why not be bold and ask for a 0-hour work week? I wonder how blue-collar Americans would feel about white-collar workers demanding a 32-hour work week."
I'm so glad you turned towards me, Blake. Look, I myself, you might not even know this, but I myself experienced burnout working for Barack Obama. I wrote a national best-selling book called Go From Stress to Strong about my experience there, right? And so, of course, I'm going to support better workplace, balance, etc. But perception is everything in politics, and timing is everything. And if you want as a former Hill staffer myself, if you want a 32-hour work week, Congress is not the place for you. And that's really all that I have to say about that.
I mean, what happened to public service and like this entitled mentality that the world has to conform to my needs when I come here to serve our country? Can you imagine if the military was like, you know what, let me just fight the wars that I feel like. It's insane.
It's taxpayer dollars.
Right.
Folks who work.
It's giving me a raise.
Yeah, 84% of the country works 5 days a week. 6% works 11% of the week. There's 5.3 million people in this country working multiple jobs.
It's so entitled.
I think this is absurd. Like, to be clear, right? I mean, and the thing that popped in my head first is the quote from Billie Jean King: "Pressures are privilege."
Yeah,
these jobs are a privilege. My time working in the National Security Council in the White House was a huge privilege, and I worked like much more than
32 times 3.
And you loved it. And you loved it.
Absolutely, totally.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why we're willing to work the hours.
Because you're part of.
If you don't like it, this is not the job for you. It's a great point.
We'll leave it there. Thank y'all.